Welcome to the Morning Mayhem Show with the morning crew, Tomlin and Mama Manny.
And your host, Jim Amato.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to Monday. Let's go racing. It is January 24th, and it is day 2 of the exams. Exams should have been done by now, but you know, the weather and all that has set us back a little bit. So it is midterm exams for A3 and A4 today. A3 and A4 today. Tomorrow, the B days start. It will be B1 and B2, then B3, B4.
Bingo!
Then, there you go. You got it?
I got it.
And then on Thursday and Friday, we start the new semester with an A day and a B day after that. So make sure you plan accordingly and make sure that you get through all your exams. Remember, if you don't have an exam, you don't have to show up. If you are going to leave early, make sure that you've already filled out your paperwork in the main office. The first exam starts at 7:35 and ends at 9:05. There's a break for 20 minutes. And the second exam starts at 9:30. You're out of here at 11 a.m. That's earlier than a half day. So those of you who are just taking exams with us for the first time, don't forget that those buses leave relatively quick. So make sure that you're out there at your buses. National Honor Society has a meeting coming up. It is going to be Thursday, January 27th. It's going to be after school, 2:05 in the Media Center. So if you're in the National Honor Society, you're expected to attend that meeting. Make sure that you're there. Put it on your calendar. It's still a week and a half away, but we're just giving you the heads up to remind you, be there. The Media Center is still closed during the midterm exams. Remember what your rules are. If you're in there for silent study hall, you've got to be there the entire block. You got to sit by yourself, and you're not going to be able to leave once you're in there. But it's a good time to charge your Chromebook and get some other work done. So make sure that you plan accordingly if you're going to be in the Media Center. And if you're in the Media Center and you're feeling a little stressed out over what's been going on with your exams, don't worry. You can de-stress in the Media Center at their de-stress stations that are around there. There are plenty of opportunities to make sure that you put your mind at ease. You can read, listen to some music, maybe do a puzzle or two. You can even color. I don't know if you ever use those adult coloring books. Those are a lot of fun. They keep you really focused, take your mind off everything else that's going on around you. I also suggest Legos, building Legos. That's what I do when I'm stressed. That's just a great way to spend a lot of money and to enjoy yourself. And don't forget to listen to us every morning at 7:15 a.m. or thereabouts. If you were looking for past shows, go to morningmayhem.show. Time now for the news. T-minus 60 with Tomlin.
Morning. A couple top stories start today. First off, the European Union set for a show of unity as the Russian invasion fears mount. So growing tension as it appears that an imminent invasion of the Ukraine is possible. The United States and the UK have both informed their embassies to please begin to leave the nation. So we have a number of countries pulling embassy staff out of Ukraine. We have Russia continuing to agitate. It appears that Vladimir Putin is attempting to put forward the 1945, there was the Alta Conference, and there was an unanswered question because the Russians claimed an eastern sphere of influence, and there was a western sphere of influence. Ukraine has traditionally been on that eastern side as part of the Warsaw Pact, but it's been moving more western as a more liberal democracy than Russia, perhaps. So this
we don't mount a lot of tanks on their borders and stuff like that.
Oh, actually, they're asking us to give them tanks and give them soldiers. The United States and the UK have all denied Ukraine's request for direct military assistance, although the U.S. and the UK have sold them millions of dollars worth of weapons. Our key allies in the region, our NATO partners, however, are receiving military aid. All right, the trial is set to begin for the police officers in the George Floyd case. This is now the federal trial. We already had the state trial.
Oh, boy.
So now we're moving over to the federal trial. Let's see, what else do we have? Month-long pandemic in lockdown in China is coming to an end. 13 million residents woke this morning to now find themselves free from the lockdown in China's largest city. France bars unvaccinated from restaurants, sports venues. So people who aren't vaccinated against COVID-19 are no longer allowed in any restaurants, bars, tourist sites, or sports venues within France unless they've recently received the virus. And Burkina
The
Faso.
vaccine?
Yeah, the vaccine.
Vaccine.
Vaccine. Sorry. Yeah.
Or the virus. I
Or the
suppose
virus.
they wouldn't
Yeah.
be allowed to go around
Yeah.
anywhere.
So if they've received at least their first jab, then they're allowed in.
Gotcha.
Burkina Faso is a country in Africa. If anyone was not sure where this West African nation is, actually woke to a potential coup. Gunfire was heard overnight throughout the capital. Multiple vehicles belonging to the government were found shot up in the streets this morning, and there's some question about whether or not the president has been taken into military control or whether or not he's hiding. Government says everything's fine. He's fine. Military is saying otherwise. So we have a coup in a West African country. We have potential war in Europe, and COVID is still a thing.
And midterms here at Woodland.
And there's midterms here at Woodland.
Chaos everywhere.
There's your news.
And that's your news. T-minus 60 with Tomlin. Over to the sports desk with Mama Manning.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. On Friday, our boys swim and dive team slipped past Noggy 97-94.
Wow.
It was close. We finished first in many events, and DJ took the diving competition. They improved to 4-1. On Saturday, wrestling. Did you compete? Oh, I'm sorry. Elias competed at the Coulter Abley tournament. He went 4-1 in his weight class, and guess what? My buddy,
He's got a medal.
he medaled.
Nice.
Great job, Elias. Okay, today we have away at Derby boys basketball, 7 p.m. start for varsity. We have tomorrow girls basketball home against Kennedy for a 5 p.m. start. Boys swim and dive plays home, has a meet home on Friday. That's against Watertown, 5:30. Shout out to Quiz Bowl.
Okay.
We competed at Choate on Saturday. We had a slow start, but varsity came back strong in the afternoon and finished 4-1. Our top scorers were Evan Lynn and Brian O'Connell. Well done, fellas. Good luck, athletes, this week. Good luck, everybody, on your midterms.
Indeed. How did we do for football this weekend? You had the picks we had. I don't think I got any picks right.
I got a couple right.
I think I managed to get every single pick wrong.
I got 4-0.
You went 4-0?
I went 4-0.
I went 0-4.
I think I was 500.
That was an incredible week
What
of
a
football.
weekend.
It
What a
was.
weekend. That was probably the best football weekend for the NFL I've ever watched. Sorry, Mr. Tomlin.
Listen, like I was saying this morning, other than the results, that was my kind of playoff game for the Packers. It was snowing. It was -5,000. It was a great defensive game.
They were playing a California team.
Yeah, no, like that is, other than the result, that I am insanely happy. Like that made me happy about football
And Rodgers took off his coat and walked off the field.
for the last time ever.
I think so.
I hope so.
And maybe Brady did too.
You never know.
I think that would be awesome if you had this actual just passing of the torch where there's a number. I mean, even the head coach of the Saints is talking about taking a year off and just walking away. I mean, it'd be great to see sort of that passing to that next level.
Because there's two young guys last night, Mahomes and Allen.
I wonder if either one of them
Man.
can be available. I don't know.
I doubt it.
The Green Bay franchise would love to.
That was a crazy game if anybody didn't see it. And that's the sports with Mama Manning. This morning, our guest is Kristen Langle, Department Chair for the Fine Arts Department. Good morning.
Good morning.
And
Good
how are
morning.
you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad. As we know, we have registration coming up, and everyone's going to be able to pick up some new classes. And we were wondering what's going on down in the Fine Arts Department that all our students need to be aware of.
There's lots of choices of courses to sign up for, lots of choices. So as usual, the visual arts classes, we have the photography classes where you can earn college credit. We have AP art history. We have drawing and painting, ceramics and sculpture. If there's any sort of medium that you want to make art with, it's down there. If you can't find it in the course catalog book, stop down the hallway. I'm always in room 119 or room 129. Just knock on the door if you have any questions.
Now, for the photography, do they need their own cameras? Do
No,
use
they don't.
phones or
Nobody.
stuff?
Well, you can use your phone also, But we do learn how to use the DSLR camera, and we have Photoshop and everything down there. So you don't need to buy anything. You just need to show up.
Do you still do?
Darkroom?
Yes.
Just with the advanced photography sometimes.
All right.
With COVID and social distancing.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
It's
Yes.
a very tiny closet with no windows, so it's kind of on pause right now
It's
until
kind of like our office.
Yeah.
yeah. And then band, choir. If you can't fit in a full year of choir or band, there is a half year option. So even if you want to just kind of taste test it for half the year, you can. I mean, we'd love to have you for the full year, but if you want to do a half year, there's a half year option. There's a class called Applied Instrumental Studies, which is guitar and piano. I know there was some talk of where are the guitar classes, where are the piano classes. They're under the course that is called Applied Instrumental Studies. There's percussion workshop. There are music theory classes. There is ECE music classes where you don't even need to have a musical background. You just need to be willing to listen to music and talk about it and write about it. There's a lot of really great options. If you play an instrument and you're not sure what class to sign up for, again, come on down, talk to us, send an email, whatever you need. We'll find a spot for you. We will take you all. And then also the theater classes. We have a new teacher, Mr. S. He is amazing. He's very dynamic. He's got a ton of energy. There's acting 1, acting 2, advanced acting. There's also stagecraft if you like to build or work tech on the set. And we also have movement for the stage if you're into learning how to do stage fighting, like, if you want to be in Star Wars or something like that, which is cool. We have all the mats.
Look
They've
at
got
them.
a
They're going to
class
register.
for us.
They're going to register.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, there's
What block will that run?
just let us know
I
where your
gotta
plan
move my
period is.
schedule
Yeah. We do the lightsabers and everything. So there's tons of classes to take. Anything that interests you. There's such great opportunity that I would always choose an elective over a study hall any day of the week.
And what are some of the opportunities they have in fine arts, maybe in careers? So I think sometimes students think of it, taking it and just to see, like you said, come down, take band for a half year just to see. But what are some of the careers out there that they can move into from there?
Well, even pause and rewind before that.
Sure.
I always go back to Mr. and Mrs. Murdy took band in high school and then were good at playing their instruments. And when they went to UConn, they played for the pep band for UConn and got to go to all the basketball games for free. And that was the year that they won the rings. So they all have like the rings. Yeah. Super exciting. So totally different, but but all sorts of
that is definitely an opportunity.
That is.
Yeah. I mean, taking a music class for 4 years and hanging on to your instruments so that when you go to college you can play for the pep band is a wonderful opportunity. All the kids that we have that end up going on to art school to become professionals, they all say that they learned so much in our classes and that they had a really great time and they were completely prepared. We have kids that are doing everything. We have kids that are working for DreamWorks and like making like the movie like Ice Age with the computers and the digital artistry. We have kids that have gone into teaching to teach art. We have kids that are working as professional photographers. Some of them are like just the social media marketing for certain like Instagram pages and things like that. There's so many things that kids are doing. We have a girl that's selling her pottery professionally. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on. Whatever you're into, yes. No, it's okay.
I think Rex went on to be a music teacher.
Rex went on to be
Mhm.
Rex not only went on to be a music teacher, but he got a full ride to UConn. He was our Nutmeg Scholar for
Valedictorian.
valedictorian. He's an excellent music teacher, and he's also he's got a really great Instagram too, where he's doing a lot of other things outside of the classroom. He goes around and does other things too. Yeah.
And Starlin?
Starlin is teaching down at Long River.
Yes,
Oh.
she is.
She's the clay and sculpture teacher down at Long River. So she's teaching, yeah.
So not only just taking a class in fine arts, you get a job as well.
You get a job.
And come
Yeah.
back and give art back to Region 16 as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
And what are some of your favorite medias that you work in?
I love photography. That's my number one choice. I really do love working with the camera. I love working with film and working in the darkroom. Things have changed, and digital is just more accessible and less expensive. And I've kind of changed over to that too. I love playing with Photoshop and making unrealistic things look realistic, which I enjoy doing too. That's my thing.
How'd you get
taking the
your start
pictures.
in photography? Was it a class that you took back in high school, or was it just you got a camera for a birthday? Or
I took photography at Massac High School, and I enjoyed photography. I took it for 3 years in high school, had so much fun. And then when I was in a high school, I took it for the Southern Credit, which we are doing here now, which was great. So that when I went to college, I didn't have to wait until my senior year to get into that really hot, really popular elective. I was able to jump into the level 2 right freshman year, and then that I just kept taking the classes. I loved it so much.
And there you have it. She practices what she preaches. She
I
got
do.
started in high school, trying to get you started in high school as well. I got my start in high school too, and fell in love with black and white photography, especially developing your own film. And there's just such an art to doing. There's a science, but there's an art to it as well.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to dabble or you're looking to find a career, check out the fine art section in the course catalog. It is one of the longest sections we have in the course catalog. There's a little bit of an offering for everyone. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to Miss Langle. I'm sure she'll point you in the right direction, or at least find a teacher that will help you out with that. And as always, don't forget, on behalf of the show, thank you for listening. Find us again tomorrow morning at 7:15 a.m. And don't forget, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Morning Mayhem podcast. Morning Mayhem is broadcast live from Woodland Regional High School in Beacon Falls, Connecticut, each and every school day. Follow us on Spotify, Anchor FM, or wherever you find your latest podcasts. And for more information on the show, upcoming guests, and past episodes, visit our show website, morningmayhem.show.